Large area of level or rolling land that in its natural uncultivated state usually has deep fertile soil, a cover of tall coarse grasses, a few trees, violent delirium with tremors that is induced by excessive and prolonged use of alcoholic liquors. Prairie Tremens lives between a violent pendulum swing. The mountains Kerouac climbed and the deep dark earth we all sleep in forever. Soil. Soil. The center place where you see both with an absolute clarity and the discomfort of it all. It is almost jazz and almost nothing but an attempt to describe a word with a sound and no genuine genre. Recorded in merely 7 days in a small room while the sun was long, long gone. Lots of defiance between the makers. Jonah Levine and Christopher Mansfield. A bond that was formed forever but also tainted within the process until the sun eventually came back again. Is unsure of the years it will fall upon. Will it feel like bees, or will it put the buzzing to sleep? The words are shy, but act as a sliding, folded piece of paper under a door to a priest, or her meaning exactly her. This was never supposed to come out. Christopher almost waited, breath baited, to make another pop album, but then became ill at the thought of this. Jonah decided to let it out. With confidence and anxiety, they both agreed and still possibly squint and wince at whatever they have given up to the mass and the masses. Of the wound. The final deer not killed by wolves and cremated and spread in the garden to grow a tree with a golden plaque and sat by our mothers in a chair you painted together as a child. Rain battered and paint sliding, growing more and more uncomfortable in its new-found horrible familiarity. Everything is here. All of them and us, and it's the most beautiful Fences album to date. I hope it brings you some kind of joy, like his grandmother's name, the white-haired woman with too many past lives. Gratitude is profound. As Vic Chestnut once said, "Don't suck, don't die." Burn the chair, rain the garden with whatever water is left in your eyes, or just take mine. I never wanted it, not the tears or this music. It was always yours, welling and beautiful, and falling when you blink.
At the other end of my beat, there was a bar room. The bar room was filling up, and so were the people in it. And that buzz, so characteristic of bars, had a pleasant sound to me. Soon I found myself saying, well, perhaps I could go in there and have a drink of ginger ale and possibly scrape an acquaintance to pass away this lonely afternoon. And then I caught myself and thought, well, I have been restored to sanity.